But some people, I don't know what works in some waswas is settled inside of them, and they take it out by the hatred of other Muslims. We see this playing out in today's real world. Another issue. When the Prophet of Allah, may Allah's peace and blessings be upon him and his, when he was spending his final days in life, this was towards the end of Safar and the beginning of Rabi' al-Awwal, as is mentioned in many of these historical books. His companions were around him at that time. And he said to them, bring me a pencil and a paper. I'm using today's language, obviously, but this is the meaning, so that I can write something down for you, after which you will not go astray. You'll not be lost. What happened when they heard this, they began, the companions around him, when they heard this, they began to discuss, express themselves on what they just heard. One of the statements that has been recorded from all that they may have said among themselves was the statement of Umar. He said, the Prophet is delusional. Meaning that the Prophet now, because he is in his moments or in his final hours of life, may be saying things that he would not have said if he was his regular self, meaning before this time period. The time period in which a person is breathing his last breaths. Now, this type of statement is also taken by certain people to create bad feelings. Why do we have to take a statement like that to create bad feelings? First of all, we can say that what Umar said was not accurate, was not right. That doesn't mean Umar was a conspirator. It doesn't mean Umar wanted to undermine Islam and the Muslims. What he said was wrong. Why he said it? It's between him and Allah. But then the waswas works itself a step further. And they say, some people, not everyone, they say that the Prophet wanted to write or wanted to put in writing who his successor was going to be. That's reading too much into it. You don't know, I don't know, no one knew what the Prophet was, what he meant by bringing him a piece of paper and a pencil so that something can be put in writing. We don't know. Can we just spare ourselves these types of wasawis? It could have been, it could not have been. That's what he wanted to write, wanted to be put in writing.